showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense... a good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Gibb. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Short hands, it's Willis. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Orange will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give to the back. There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Golden Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now improvising. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And I would say they got him exactly where they didn't want him as a defense. All that speed, he gets outside the pocket, rolling to his right. You think he's going to take off. How about he tries to throw the football, can't fit it in there, throws the incompletion. The defense was scared for a second, though.
Brown will throw it. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They've got to do something to change this.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Bears! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his spot. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. Going right to work up top. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Let's go. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Knox. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Let's go. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and try to pick up 2 yards. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle. I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Brown will throw it. Gets it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. You saw a great example of it with that run.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Firing to the right, complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
Now, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 4 over Georgia Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Here's the pressure. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he had him. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. I won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Single. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's McFadden. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Back to pass on 2nd down. On the backfield, it's Willis. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Orange line up here on 3rd and inches. Gonna look downfield again. Pulls it in, it's Williams. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Syracuse right back at it. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown! That is exactly what they got.
And they didn't start this 1st half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Brown wants to pass. Makes the grab. Runs through a tackle. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Blasted as he lets it go. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Good timing on the quick out. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, California.
And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead down a little further. That's going to wrap up the 1st half. Here and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good 1st half of football in a great town like Syracuse.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Brown will throw it. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent. Of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Caught through the middle. It's James. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds him out of the backfield. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and field tricks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be...
Breaks into the open on the left. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. He's looking to throw. The sweep meet by a little time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got it behind the line. It's Tremble. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. The short pass to go to 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Golden Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the hot hand. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, we had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
This offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is.
Ineligible receiver, downfield, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets rid of it. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella, continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Caught near the sideline, it's McFadden. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Grinds the back and leaves it on the option. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Paul? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick completion to the right. Turning, headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Kansas State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line.
Get set.
Brown will throw it. Catch in the middle, it's James.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Got it.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
Cricket.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Still looking on the move. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. And back to the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Okay.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Tuna.
Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And a sack all the way back at the 5. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Back open in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. And the Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Brown wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. They'll start this drive at their own 48.
Razor.
To the air on first down. Looking to scramble. Rolling right and going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get